Oh, you know what? You know what I forgot? I donated to the Star Trek conversation for Joe Biden, and I forgot to show up.
Oh, really?
I forgot about it.
They don't have a recording or something that you got?
Probably somewhere. I just forgot about it. Not a big deal.
Wow.
Take my $25, Joe Biden.
I didn't fall for it. If I'm not getting to sit down with Shatner and talk to him about why George Takei
hates
is a punk.
his guts. And
wasn't Patrick Stewart there?
Yes, but they buried the lead. He was way at the bottom because they were doing it alphabetically.
He's probably there for 5 minutes, right?
It's like, hello, I'm Patrick Stewart.
He was clicking.
And then Discovery was tonight. Anybody watch Discovery yet?
I did.
I haven't seen it yet. Stephanie and I are going to watch it tomorrow. So no shh. And then I read, we'll just get this part out of the way, and then we'll talk about Deep Space Nine because it kind of ties in. I read somewhere that Cisco may come back.
I keep seeing that, but I haven't read it.
What?
Like I keep seeing the head, but I don't read the articles. So
I haven't. Cisco hasn't done. I mean, like the actual actor Avery Brooks. I can't remember the last time he actually did anything.
I'm kind of, after seeing Picard, I'm kind of against it.
I think that way too. Like, let's do something different.
Not just that. Like, let these old guys just, let's keep them the way we remember them.
Go out like Connery and just disappear.
Yeah. He's 72 years old.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Like, you can tell Patrick Stewart's, pushing up against 80.
Yeah, he's got old man voice like a champ.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But he's in better shape than all of us, so we can't really say anything.
Yeah, no, clearly.
So sad.
Yeah. So anyway,
knowing for a fact
they
that
shouldn't cast me either.
It's true. I think you'd make a good young Cisco, Dennis. Call it young Cisco. And you could be Cisco, Dennis.
At orb.
All right. Deep Space Nine, Season 7. What is the name of this episode here? When it rains?
When it rains.
Seems it never rains in Southern.
It's a bummer the next episode isn't called It Pours.
Yeah, that would have been right.
The next song is called Against the Wind.
That's kind of what, I forget what season it was of Doctor Who, but during the Peter Capaldi run, they were doing the two-parters, and the first episode would have the first part of the phrase, and the second would be like the return phrase, or it'd be like a turn of the phrase somehow.
Turn of phrase, if you will. All right.
What was
if only there was I'm sorry, if only there was a good if only there was an awesome Doctor Who podcast that I could listen to.
There aren't any. I looked recently. There used to be one that I think I remember kind of.
Called Playing Doctor.
But I'm a bit traumatized from it. There's a lot of arguments around me.
What did you guys argue about with it? That's what I'd like to know.
No, I think Dennis was doing exactly like my fucking stupid kids do, and just taking any kind of discussion, as being a fight. And it's just like when people speak sternly with each other, it's not a. It's
but
just.
why are you guys speaking sternly about each other about a kids' TV show?
Having a discussion about the show, and sometimes you become impatient, and then Dennis takes us like, oh, mommy and daddy are fighting again, and it's just like, go to your room.
Maybe Dennis is triggered by that, man. Maybe Dennis's parents used to argue about Doctor Who all the time.
Yeah.
And he gets really upset. Did you ever think about that?
I never argued on this show.
Was one of you screaming in Japanese? Because that would totally set Dennis off, like on the deep end. Right, Dennis?
Yeah, no, it was in our house. It was about Godzilla movies, not Doctor Who.
No, it wasn't. Shut up. You're such a nerd.
I just found out my potential son-in-law is like a huge Godzilla fan. Like just
of the old stuff or
the old stuff. Like, he grew up with the classics, but he's in Godzilla.
How old is he?
He's like 22.
Okay. Nice. So, that's too
young.
Yeah,
so
to get...
I was happy because
too young.
Me, if there's giant fighting robots, I'm in. Giant monsters.
Yeah, I'm in.
All in.
Giant
Yeah.
penises.
Yeah, I'm all about anything giant and fighting. Except the New York Giants, because I don't care about them. But the San Francisco Giants, mind you, that would be cool. I'd be down with that. Okay, so this episode was directed by Michael Dorn. Huh.
Oh my
Interesting.
goodness.
He didn't really direct a lot of the episodes.
Did he not? Or was
Oh,
that
that's-
after this?
Man, he's a handsome fella.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a good wow, he's got a good like old man gray mustache too.
I haven't seen the mustache lately.
Here, let me see. I'll share screen. Share screen.
How old is this picture?
This is from 2019 in Richmond, Virginia.
Oh shit! So we had the chance of
Look
seeing.
how handsome he looks.
Uh-huh.
Very distinguished. He looks like he's in great shape.
He looks like a guy I work with older brother.
Give me my
It's
Wharf
scary.
show.
No, oh my God! Will the Worf fans please just let it go?
Admiral Worf.
Nope. Nobody wants a Captain Worf show. No one wants a Admiral Worf show.
Ladies and gentlemen,
most-
the president of the Federation, Worf.
yes. Hello. I have two dicks. Just in case you're asking, two dicks.
Dork Trek was right.
In case the first one gives out.
Yes. Now, does anyone have any questions not about the alignment of my genitalia? No. Okay, then I'll see you guys later.
Boxers are briefs, sir.
Twisted around each other.
Like a pretzel.
It's like a braid.
Like the back of his hair.
Mm-hmm.
She stood there laughing.
Oh my God.
So when it rains, this is the summary. This television episode has several stories within it that link to the Star Trek franchise character and plots in particular, and brings together several stories of Star Trek Deep Space Nine wound down to the end of season 7. This is a very poorly written Wikipedia article. The characters Kira, Odo, and Garrick go on an away mission to help Dumar and the Cardassian resistance. On the station, Sisko and Martok meet with Garon, who totally has Trump-itis in this episode, which is awesome. I know more than the generals. In addition, stories include Brashear and O'Brien on Deep Space Nine, Dukat and Kai Wynn on Planet Bajor. Who calls it Planet Bajor? This is a terribly written...
Space Duran Duran does. This is Planet Bajor.
Planet Bajor. That's terrible. Yeah, I'm going to edit this real quick. Can I edit this? And just call it Bajor?
Whoever the Star Trek person that monitors this page is going to be upset.
Edit. Bajor. Where's the... Okay, start editing. I just want to take out the planet part. I think we all know what Bajor is.
If you have to put a comment, say, come on, guys.
Well, remember, this is the Memory Alpha is for us. Wikipedia is
Publish changes.
is for the normals.
There you go. I just changed it, so now it just says Kai Wynn on Bajor, and I think I did everybody a favor on that one. There you go. Thank you. Planet Bajor.
We should check back in a week and see if it's still changed.
Okay.
Oh, it won't make it by the end of this episode.
We'll see what happens.
When the folks are listening to, I'm changing it now. So when the folks, I got 3 alerts as soon as you hit publish.
Well, I
My
mean,
notifications.
Oh,
went
we should call it what they call Pluto. What is it? A planetoid
dwarf planet.
planet or
Yeah, but
something?
everybody knows that. If you're reading this article about this episode, you know that Bajor is a planet.
No,
Like,
you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
How would you get this far without that?
You're just every episode of Star Trek that's ever been published is the first episode of Star Trek that someone watched.
I'm gonna
But Ben,
also.
they
Mike,
make
go-
references to Kira, Odo, Garrick to help Damar and the Cardassian resistance with no reference to what any of those things are.
Yeah.
Okay,
Why just throw in
Sisko and
Planet
Martok
Bajor?
meet with Gowron.
the fictional Star Trek spacecraft, the USS Defiant, was
So
destroyed in the previous episode.
So what is Deep Space Nine? Is it a planet? Is it a spacecraft?
Well, since they said the fictional Star Trek spacecraft, the USS Defiant, they absolutely should
All right, I'm
describe.
taking that out too.
Okay, no, here's the thing.
This is just so poorly written.
Just take out fictional.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take out the.
No. Here, honestly, what should be taken out of that sentence
Okay,
as
tell me.
someone who was in the Navy,
All right, I'm taking it out. Tell me.
the USS Defiant. It should be the fictional Star Trek spacecraft, comma, USS Defiant, comma, was destroyed in the previous episode and is not used.
Yeah, it is bad grammar at the very least.
Because you don't say on board the USS Enterprise. You say on board USS Enterprise.
Why do I even have to throw in the fictional? I mean, this is all fucking fiction, you
Yeah,
dope.
take out fictional.
Yeah.
Put quotes around fictional. Fictional.
I'll do it.
Do not. Oh my God! Stop defacing the Wikipedia page. I cannot endorse this action.
There you go. The fictional.
If you guys knew how much government money was wasted,
there you go,
paying my salary back in 2007 when this all started. The hours on mid-watches when nothing was happening. Oh my God!
I'm gonna screen cap this.
Jesus Christ.
What else can we change?
Don't change anything.
But we're helping. This is a
no,
poorly
you're
written
not.
Wikipedia article.
And you're making it worse.
I mean, if we're gonna go, we might as well go all in, Ben.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
I think it's good. What else should we change?
I could get disbarred for this by not saying something.
We should also take out the characters Odo, just the characters Kara, Odo, and Garrick. Yeah, we don't need the characters there. It's redundant.
No, we do.
No, we don't. I'm taking that out.
Oh my God.
Fictional.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Just so stupid. Why would you have to say fictional?
Here we go, Dennis. You'll like this one. Hang on.
God, you're just doing this to upset me.
Maybe I am.
So we should, every time they say ship, we should put fictional in front of it.
All right, here we go. Check it out now, Dennis.
At a strategy meeting, fictional chief Miles O'Brien reveals that only one fictional ship.
Look at the summary now, Dennis.
All right. What did you do? The
Check
characters.
The character.
Your quotes around fictional disappeared.
What? Ben, are you going back in there and doing that?
I'm not.
You
I'm
fucking
not.
dickhead.
Look, I'm gonna keep you
Stop.
watch the changes roll in. Look and see, all you gotta do. Look, I'm gonna go over here to history. Yeah, right there. So guerrilla warfare be changing your shit right back.
I just changed it again.
Guerrilla warfare.
Yeah.
I just changed it again.
Actually, no guerrilla.
All right, let me refresh and screen cap.
How can I see who's editing my edits?
You can go to view history.
Who edits the editors? I'm a real editor, man. Where's view history? I don't see that part.
Up at the top.
They took it away again?
Oh my God, this guy's fast.
God, I'm just going to keep doing it.
Reverted edits by, and your IP address is on there.
Yeah, they're gonna block you from making changes pretty soon,
Yeah.
probably.
That's
It's
fine.
bullshit, though. Why would they care about that?
What?
Change television to TV and see if they change that.
No, but the characters is unnecessary. And they took away my quotes for characters. That son of a bitch. I'm just going to take out the characters altogether.
I'm gonna start editing here too.
I just sent him a message and said, "You're doing God's work."
Why? I know you're doing this, Ben.
I am not. My name is well known in this community. So
Really?
if you went, you know my name, and if you went in there, you would recognize me as soon as you saw it.
I think taking out the characters Kara, Odo, and what's it called helps. It's poorly written. And if I could send this dude a note, I would tell him that.
Go ahead, go to the talk page and send him a note.
I don't know how to do that.
I'm taking out fictional. Screw this guy.
Talk. You have a new message.
I'm keeping my hands up so that.
Hello, I'm Guerrilla Warfare. I wanted to let you know that I reverted one of your recent contributions specifically to this edit when it rains because it did not appear constructive. If you would like to experiment, please use the sandbox. Now I'm doing what I want. Don't tell me
You
what to
can
do.
eat my sandbox.
What? Did he block me out?
You can't edit it anymore.
I'll check. I think something happened. I do what I want. I'm a writer.
Well, I took out fictional. So let's see if that's already changed back. No, but still missing.
Hang on, let me see. Okay, he left out the character part, the Star Trek spacecraft. That's good. That's good.
So maybe he's okay with those changes.
Yeah.
Because we were kind of being dicks with the quotes.
It's just fun to quote stuff. Can I put quotes around Garon?
No.
No.
If he puts fictional back, I'm going to start putting in front of everything.
Fictional?
On the fictional station, Cisco and Martog meet with Gowron.
I'm keeping my hands on screen, so anything that gets edited.
For some reason, there's no changes happening, Ben.
Because they're probably going to wait for you to stop.
That's fine. He's good, man. I mean, I think we're fine. Guerrilla warfare. Hey, man, I'm just trying to help. I just don't think that some of these are... This is more of just like, as a reader, that these aren't quality...
All right, I think we're good.
We're helping.
Or he went to sleep.
Or he's like, man, these guys are...
His mom was bringing the meatloaf down.
Mom, bring the meatloaf down.
It must be West Coast then.
Let's see here. Let's see if he changed any of our stuff back. No.
I hope he's a listener. Whoever
Probably
you
not.
are.
Probably not.
Warfare.
I'm sure he's not.
Right.
Additional stories include Brazier and O'Brien on Deep Space Nine. And he put Planet back in. You don't need Planet. God, I'm taking it out.
But he did. All he does is just there's a.
No, don't take it out. I'm going to put fictional in front of it.
Okay. But you don't need planet. It's understood that it's a planet. It's a proper noun.
Right, where's my publish button? Boom. Suck it. See how long that lasts.
I'm just saying that
planet and planet name is a common thing.
Not the planet Bajor planet.
It absolutely
How come they don't put planet Earth?
They do in
Or
sci-fi.
they don't say planet Cardassia.
Yeah, they've never said planet Cardassia.
If he takes out the fictional, then I'm going to start putting it everywhere.
Let's stop defacing.
We're
It's not
we're just
defacing,
trying to
Ben.
help.
We
Are you
Ben,
telling me
look.
that Bajor is not a fictional planet, Ben?
you're making unconstructive.
Ben.
That's not unconstructive.
You're attacking my religion.
They're leading
Ben.
people to believe that Bajor is a real planet by not calling it fictional.
And I, much like
I got
Biden and
something.
packing the Supreme Court, I can't comment on that, and I won't be trapped into commenting on that.
Hang on, I'm going to add something here. So just so it's understood. Just so it's understood. That's all.
It's fine.
By the way, this should be a podcast. Editing Wikipedia pages. Like getting together
all right.
and doing workshops on Wikipedia
right.
pages to make
Now
them better.
see, now look at it, Dennis.
In fiction. Oh, you're getting banned.
Now the statement reads, stories include Brazier and O'Brien on Deep Space Nine and Dukat and Kai Wynn on the fictional planet Bajor in fictional space. Take a screenshot.
I gotta hurry.
Fictional space.
Oh, good. It's still here.
Oh, why is it so funny? Oh, man. It's still there in fictional space.
I don't know if Dennis heard it tonight, but Bob, I want you to listen for it. There's a scene in the first episode of Discovery, season 3, where someone, I swear, and I haven't gone back and rewatched it,
Got the vapors.
but I think he said he was space broke.
I'll have to go back and watch it.
So it's going to be about 15, 20 minutes into the episode.
He might have. I don't know.
Did he say? I'm
It was
space
kinda
broke.
Like
Muffled.
there was a lot of noise, in the
Yeah.
background, so it was hard to hear.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
I do, yeah. The best part about what you put there in fictional space is there's a citation immediately after.
Now I got to find out what the.
But it's a broken
Freaking-
citation, so it looks like anyways. It's
No, it
still
goes
there.
to Jammers Reviews.
Still there. Fictional space.
You know what? I think we've done a good job tonight. Should have just let us have the quotes, dude.
See if there's any talking. What are you doing? Please stop. Hi, Guerrilla Warfare. I have no...
Is there stuff on the talk page?
No, it's the same message.
Oh.
Hi, Guerrilla Warfare.
That's awesome. Fictional space.
Man, that was fun. Hopefully, Guerrilla Warfare realizes that we're just being annoying. Guerrilla Warfare is an administrator, check user, oversighter, and arbiter. She's a real-life software engineer. So there you go. That was fun. I really enjoyed that.
It's a she?
Yeah.
All right.
Hang on. See if it's still there. Fictional space, still there. Fictional planet Bajor in fictional space.
It's being elevated.
What is that?
To a supervisor.
Who is?
Guerrilla Warfare said, "Fuck this! I'm not handling this. This goes up the chain."
Where else can we put the word fictional in this, Dennis?
Oh, how many places? The fictional Second Battle of Chintanka, a fictional Klingon bird of prey, immunized to the fictional Breen's devastating energy dampening weapon. I mean, all this is fictional.
As long as it's understood.
Yeah.
Is it?
And I have citations to prove it's fictional.
What if we put this
Because we can just point them back to the Star Trek Wikipedia page, which says that it's a fictional show.
How do I get this edit?
Does it?
I don't want to edit the summary. I want to edit a different part. How do I do that?
Star Trek Deep Space Nine is an American science fiction television series.
Oh, there you go. I don't see that.
So do I need to say, and by the way, the Wikipedia article for Deep Space Nine, the space station itself, is parenthetically called Fictional Space Station.
There we go. Edit. There we go. This episode is directed by Michael Dorn.
Michael Dorn is a real person.
That's what I was going to write. How did you know?
Bob, they took away in fictional space, but they left fictional planet.
I think this lady doesn't
That's
like
a win.
me.
I think that's a win.
Okay. All right, publish changes. Okay, read it now. Quick. Read this episode is directed by Michael Dorn, who is a real dude.
She took that fast.
She took down a real dude?
Yeah, because I refreshed it and I didn't see immediately what you changed, but then I refreshed it again. I saw it got pulled out. You're on the watch list, dude.
No way.
But you know what? We took out the characters. We took out what was it before? Oh, fictional and from Star Trek.
I just got a
reprimand.
Yeah, from another person. They went up the chain of command. That said, I gotta please stop your disruptive editing. If you continue to vandalize Wikipedia as you did with When It Rains, you will be blocked from editing. God, that's tough. I can't believe Guerrilla Warfare would rat me out like that. Maybe I should write in the message like, why do you do that to Guerrilla Warfare? I thought we was cool.
You can start a talk page.
Let's create a Wikipedia page for Guerrilla Warfare.
That wouldn't be nice because that might come off as harassment, and I wouldn't want to do that.
I'm pretty happy though that we got rid of the characters.
Me too. I think that's a good change.
And fictional planet Bajor.
And fictional, yeah. Which is in fictional space though. That's kind of confusing.
Yes.
Because I don't know where it is.
I mean, it could be in real space. It's just fictional.
I don't know. I'm also mad that they took it because now I don't know, is Michael Dorn a character on the show or is he a real life person? I don't know anymore. I'm so confused.
Because they say that he was cast as Worf in the show.
But is he real?
So, how can you direct and cast? Is he a character?
On the fictional planet Bajor.
Ben's really regretting showing up tonight.
I'm really happy about that. Okay.
I'm just switching to my alt account on the other computer.
Why do they keep sending me messages?
Because you've been a bad boy.
Do I want to make a talk with this person and be like, hey, just playing around?
Yeah, that's why
send them a link to the Dork Trek website.
How do you do a talk? This user is not human. What does that mean?
That would be a bot.
Why am I being... The Russians are after me now? The Russian bots?
Contribution in your name has been made to President Trump re-election campaign. Keep talking, funny boy.
This is spies like us. You've just activated a Russian bot, Bob.
I don't understand.
Biden could lose the election if you keep going.
All right, I'll stop. We don't need that.
You fire up the bots and
anyways.
then it just...
He might lose anyway.
Just get used to it now, man.
No.
All right, but anyway. So I'm just saying, like, there was some things that were poorly written, and then I just wanted to change other things because it was fun. The Star Trek spacecraft, the USS, they put back the USS. You said, Ben, that was unnecessary.
From a U.S. Navy point of view, it is.
So they haven't undone any of my changes. You think I can remove the and get away with it? Or are they going to realize that we're in cahoots?
I'm not making any more changes tonight until well after you guys are off. That way I don't get lumped in with you.
Because the very next sentence starts with the USS Defiant. Like, we're going to make a lot of changes everywhere we go down that road.
Mm-hmm.
The Admiral Ross.
So what did we think about Kira's uniform?
She looks sexy in it.
Damn.
She looks so sexy, I wanted to take her back behind the middle school and get her pregnant. I've been watching a lot of 30 Rock.
Apparently.
It was surprising. And I think it might just be because those Bajoran uniforms are so like unisex, kind of look like it makes all the characters kind of gender neutral. And she's not really like a curvy person anyways. Like, you know, she's pretty slender build. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to, I don't know, you know, it just like, it looked really good on her. When she was really
I was totally getting Ensign Rowe vibes from her. Because, I mean, that's basically who she was.
But I think it even looked better on her than it looked on Ensign Rowe.
Yeah, she looked really nice.
Well, you know, Rowe never wore this uniform, but
even kind of looked better than Dax.
Which one?
Either.
Oh, I don't know. Terry Farrell's pretty hard to...
Now, Terry Farrell in the Tribble one, you know, hands down, no competition.
No, I liked her in the uniform.
They all looked pretty good in the Trouble with Tribbles one.
Yeah, it's because that was they were all sex pots back in the 60s because the Great Bird of the Galaxy was a raging perv.
Yeah.
I was listening to another podcast, and one of the things they
How
said...
How dare you, Ben?
From the old scientist era of Star Trek, that, you know, Starfleet must be like super stressful because what's the number one habit that everybody has on the original series? It's drinking.
Yes.
It's just like your day must be so shit that, you know, it's just like the doctor.
Isn't that just a sign of the times that it was produced in, though?
No, I just think Starfleet back then was just like pretty stressful. Like,
well, I mean, I imagine it's a lot more rough and tumble. Can we put in fictional Admiral Ross, Grant's fictional Kira, a field commission in fictional Starfleet with the rank of fictional commander?
No,
can we add that?
Stop.
And it's a little suspicious that the phrase guerrilla warfare appears in this episode description, and then the person who is harassing you is called guerrilla warfare.
Well, let's be fair. I was clearly harassing her. She's probably getting, how would she even know that, like, how does that even work, Ben? Because I don't understand Wikipedia. So, like, how does she know that we're making deemed unnecessary changes? And here's my thing, too, not to harp on this.
You can put it on what? You can make, up at the top, there's a star, and you can get notified whenever people start digging with your
I imagine,
stuff.
You know,
she probably
these
wrote
people
this.
Who have these administrator rights are granted, okay, these are your pages, monitor the content on there, make sure people aren't putting dick pics on pages and stuff. So they'll get like a summary of the diff, you know, the changes that are being made, and then they can just review it really quickly and see if it's problematic or not.
But who's to say, like, why
editors.
is this person the judge, jury, and the executioner in this
because
matter.
they have proven themselves over years in making hundreds and hundreds of edits that have been deemed acceptable and positive toward the community.
I think that my taking away Planet is,
and you're one guy.
And
at most on this podcast, there's two people who agree with you. You and Dennis.
That's all that matters.
All right. No, I'm saying, so
Dennis is
that's
my friend.
So this person has spent probably the last 10 years making edits.
This person looks very young if you look at their profile photo.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
You know, children are the future.
It's just, it doesn't make sense when they allow the taking out the characters, but won't allow taking out Planet.
See, she's being nicer than I would be. I would just wait until you guys stop dicking around, and then I would just go and just undo. I'm just
saying,
and then be done with it.
I'm a writer.
Okay.
With many credits.
Yes.
Published credits.
Yes. Do you have an editor?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, so have you ever been edited?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Well, that's what's happening now.
By someone who is also a talented writer who has many credits.
Okay. Sorry, you're getting butthurt. I don't get to, no matter how much I know about canon, and no matter how right I am every week.
I think the problem you ran into, Bob, is
fandom still like to dick with it.
Since you led with the quotation marks,
she's like, oh, we got a knucklehead on our hands.
Yeah.
What if we go to a different page and start messing with it to see what happens?
Then somebody else, you might luck out and get another one of her pages. Now she's thinking.
Let's go back to the changing face of evil.
This is all I'm saying. Okay, I'm a writer.
Yeah.
Fictional Worf and Ezri return to the station.
The fictional space station, Deep Space Nine.
But I think this
there's really not enough information in that phrase, to be honest with you.
To be fair,
what, the gas station? They go back to the gas station?
To be fair, I would say that I think my problem with the When It Rains was it was just poorly constructed. It was a poorly written article. I didn't need to know that the character, of course they're fucking characters. I know that.
This isn't like people you just like your friends Kira, Odo, and Garrick go on an away mission. No, they're obviously characters in the show.
Okay.
So let's talk about the episode before Ben's head explodes.
Some shit happened and a broad got knocked up or something.
So what are your ratings, everybody?
I think
just kidding.
Well, there's so much that happens in this episode. I thought the first thing that I was really excited about was there was no recap. Because
this time on Star Trek Deep Space Nine,
that made me feel like this is kind of a new
that
kind
may
of
be why
series
I was confused by
of events.
By like in the reception section, they talk about how Comic Book Resources says is part of the 7-episode arc at the end of the series, when clearly the other episodes before the Changing Face of Evil are all part of the same arc.
Yes.
So why would they start it there at Changing Face of Evil? But was there previously on before the Changing Face of Evil?
I don't know. I thought it was all just kind of building down towards the end.
Yeah. Because the one before the Changing Face of Evil was the one where Kai Wynn figures out, Gul Dukat tells her, oh, it was the Paul Race who were, in the end of the episode, she's like, all right, I'm going to sweep anyone aside. Like leaves in the wind, blah, 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 blah. That has to be part of this arc.
Yeah. Well, because I think the arc starts at episode 17 with Penumbra.
Yeah.
And then runs all the way through the end.
Where Worf disappears.
Yes.
And,
that's the beginning of the end of the series. That's what I always assumed it was, right, Ben? Like it's 17 down from the rest, where it's like that 10-episode arc until the end.
Well, I mean, because Netflix lists it one way, and then I don't know what this whole what do you call it? Comic Book Resources. I don't even.
Well, let's take it out. I'm just kidding. But I'm not, though.
I guess, okay, I'm wrong. The Penumbra, no, wait. Inter Arma Enim Sealant Legis, that's not part of the arc.
It's not?
No, that's the one where the Section 31 stuff.
Yeah.
happens.
The
Penumbra.
first one is
Penumbra
Penumbra,
is
and then down. Yeah. That's the rest.
Yeah.
17 down. That's the rest of them, because Esri goes looking for Worf, who's missing, and then we have captured by the Breen. Esri and Worf, they do this, and then they.
Well, that's why. I mean, at the opening sentence of this is that it's the 5th of the final 10 episode arc.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, there you go. That's well written. Good. Well done. Can I put like a thumbs up? But yeah, so a lot of cool stuff happens in this episode, man. Yeah. We see what our boy Martog gets the gold star of Kalis.
The Order of Kalis.
They get to cut their hands and bleed into the cup, which can be very sanitary. I mean, they don't sanitize.
We're next.
They don't sanitize that knife.
You're serious? You're serious? Won't get me with a banana tailpipe.
You can tell that guy is like the white guy at the black barbecue who's like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
I gotta call
wasn't. To be fair, he's the only one who's never been to a Klingon celebration.
Please.
Cisco was at that one order party where he was kicking people's ass for blocking the blood wine.
The blood wine, which I took out of the opening. I added the.
You gotta put it back.
You like the blood wine opening better than the
blood wine? No, I like them both.
I can't have them both though. That's too much.
No.
If you had to pick one for the opening, is it the blood wine or is it Wayne talking about how he likes to watch mating?
Sophie's choice.
I know it's hard. Ben, which one do you prefer? Maybe we'll leave it up to the listeners. Do you like Wayoon's opening or Cisco's?
Leave it to the listeners.
Are we going to throw in? I don't understand.
Noticed.
That's at the end.
I know, but maybe we swap that out with one of those two.
I don't know. It's because it's a long clip. The I don't understand comes in very. I have it strategically placed at the end of every episode, like because you hear the dun, dun, and then right before the piano really kicks in, it's the I don't understand, and then the piano kicks in. It's all planned.
I know.
I like the sex thing because I think it really sets the tone for the show. Like it makes sense to me.
Yeah. I just put something in chat.
Since everybody always says that we're a bunch of drinking buddies just talking about Star Trek, or all the negative reviews we get say that anyways.
How do you pronounce Police Lieutenant Lou Murtaugh?
Lou
Lou
Murtaugh?
Because Admiral Ross apparently played a police lieutenant on Family Matters. Like he was Carl's boss.
Interesting. Is that the
I thought he looked familiar.
Is that the
for his name to be Murtaugh or whatever. And then in here we have Martok. And so it's like this weird.
This guy's dead?
Who?
Oh, yeah.
Admiral Ross.
Ross.
Hit by a car.
Well, he's born in 41. So.
Yeah, he lived a good life.
Of course. My dad was born in 41. Like I saw when Joe Morgan, I saw that he died. I was like, damn, my dad's older than Joe Morgan.
Wow.
I better spend more time with my dad.
That's really funny.
I don't know if this is the first episode it showed up or not. I have to look over at a different website. But if you notice in the background, the UFP logo has kind of a gradient now. It almost looks like
you guys.
Does it change depending on the angle that you look at it? Like
possibly. I think it's trying to make it look more 3D.
If you look at it long enough, you see a sailboat.
You guys.
Barry
Jenner was in 2 episodes of Silk Stockings.
I thought you were going to say 18 Wheels of Justice.
No, that'd have been too much.
I mean, Silk Stockings is our first love, though.
I guess we do need to watch it. Silk Stockings.
That'll be the next one we do.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's streaming somewhere.
It's on Hulu.
Oh, okay. I have Hulu now. We can watch the premiere episode of Silk Stockings and review that on Patreon.
Or just a random episode.
Maybe the one he's in.
One of the 2 that he's in.
He is in the episode Timeshare of Sex. Then he's also in Giant Steps of Sex. So we can watch either one of those.
Giant Steps of Sex. Silk Stockings.
I'm pretty bummed out that they changed our stuff on Wikipedia.
Wait a second.
I haven't changed anything. Why is there still messages here?
Oh, you can't watch Silk Stockings?
Huh?
It's not on here anymore.
I just bought the new Chromecast with Google TV.
Oh, okay. It says my edits have automatically been marked as vandalism and will automatically be reverted. That's a little extreme.
Nope. No, it's not.
Not cool.
All right, Ben.
Not cool.
Fucking blue Wikipedia Lives Matters, Ben.
Wikipedia. An American flag with Wikipedia written in the middle of it. Make that on Photoshop, Dennis.
Look, I'm sorry, but I gotta stay true, and I've been an editor on Wikipedia for many years.
Really?
And, no, but I've done edits.
You're waiting till you cross that threshold.
Yeah, I mean when I get enough edits,
and I'm good.
And you guys just took me back down 4, so it's just I was 2 away from the promotion.
But then Gehrig comes in and is like, "Yeah, man, there's a lot of honor to be had here. Hey, check it out. I'm taking over. Martog, you can go back into space and fight."
Gowron.
Yeah, you said Garrick. That's why I did the jazz hands.
And he says, "Look, I'm taking over." And you're like, "Oh, snap." And no one is happy about this.
You've had your glory.
Yes.
I've seen the future.
It's my turn for glory.
The future is Gowron.
And then
you get to go back and be a warrior. You don't have to worry about all the stressful meetings and shit.
Yeah, you could die.
I thought he was telling him he could go golf now.
Yeah, I thought he was going to make him retire as well.
Take it easy, my friend.
But yeah, that was a bummer because nobody wants him doing that job because he sucks at it clearly. Yeah. And then the other story that I thought was well, I guess there's a bunch of super interesting stories.
Before you move on though, like the only thing that's kind of a bummer about
it's a bummer, man.
The whole thing about that is we don't really get to see Martok's brilliance, Yeah. At, like any episodes where he like pulls off some crazy shit, except for like the one where they go blow up that solar space station or whatever.
So are you saying, Dennis, we need a Martog series?
That would be cool. Miniseries.
Like a 5-episode mini?
Animated miniseries? Why not?
Oh, that'd be awesome. Because it doesn't matter how old he is at this point. He's a cartoon.
Yeah.
Dennis, I like the way you think. Let's
pitch that. Klingon-centric show during the Dominion War where there could be Federation people too.
I'm going to pitch that idea to IDW.
And Romulans.
Because IDW has the license to Star Trek. They're doing an Odo series.
For animation?
No, I mean, they have comics.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they do it in Odo. I don't care about Odo.
Do they have a IDW Universal that you can sign up for? Like Marvel Universal or
I think
Marvel
some of their stuff is on Comixology.
Yeah, but you gotta buy it.
No. Comixology has like a Netflix version where if you sign up for Comixology Unlimited, you can read all the stuff that's unlimited.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is pretty cool. It's not everything, but there's a lot of stuff that is unlimited.
Cool.
And then the other story that we have cooking is the Cardassian guerrilla warfare movement, and they need some training because they don't know what they're doing. So who are we going to send?
Yeah, who's a freedom fighting resistance leading, got a body count?
Wasn't Damar with Gul Dukat when they were doing these hit and run actions against the Klingons? Like, didn't he pick something up during that?
Yeah, but that's not.
That's
I mean, that's piracy. That's not like
space.
That's piracy. Space pirates.
I guess
it's not resistance movement.
But I mean, Kira knows her stuff, man. She reluctantly takes the gig and she walks in. She's like, "You guys are a bunch of clowns. She's like, you got to break up into 10 men cells because that way, if they can't take you out, and that way, when you get tortured, you can't tell them anything because you don't know anything." And you're like, "Damn, these are all really good points, Kira Nerys. You know your shit." So I was happy to see.
They don't all feel like that though.
Huh?
The one dude is like, "No.
Yes.
We all have to be here. We take attendance every time that we meet. And
I have
make
to
sure
get
everybody's here.
I have to get my punch card punched because when I show up to 10 meetings, I get a free coffee at the local Cardassian 7-Eleven. Then after 10 more, I get a bear claw. He looks like Will Forte. He does. I swear to God. Like, as I was like, that's fucking Will Forte. I know it. I want to get a picture of him. What's his name? Gall. Is that him?
I don't know. I don't think he's listed on here.
He should be.
Gul Russet.
What, a
Rousseau?
potato?
Yeah, look, he looks like fucking.
John Vickery?
Here, let me.
Juan Wickery?
Tell me this
Rousseau.
guy. Here,
Yeah.
I want. Tell me he doesn't look like Will Forte. Come on, that guy looks like Will Forte.
Yeah.
He totally does. Every time they showed him, I was like, "Is that Will Forte?"
And I can see from his Google image search, he was in that show you be loving, Ben.
Which one?
The space station, other space station one.
Will Forte.
What, Babylon
Or
5?
is that what that's from? Babylon 5?
I don't know. I'm pulling up his.
Yeah, the other one is
John Vickery. Yeah, Babylon 5.
Huh.
He played one of those people
he
who
was
have
on-
like the headpiece.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the makeup on that show is
Minbari.
not good.
No.
He was
That's
also
what always
on
turned me off
TNG.
from it.
I did not know that.
Ah,
He was on Night Terrors.
Wow, he was Legolas in the radio adaptation of Lord of the Rings.
You know who he looks like? He looks like a broke down guy from Twin Peaks.
Kyle MacLachlan.
Kyle MacLachlan.
I could see
I
that.
was just thinking. I was looking at his picture from.
He's
from
a
Night
he's a
Terrors.
low rent Kyle MacLachlan.
Oh, totally. Look at that photo of him. Yeah. Here, I'll show you.
Maybe
this.
that's what he was going for. He was like, "Hey, Kyle MacLachlan's too expensive."
Look at that guy.
Yeah.
That's Kyle MacLachlan.
Yeah. I mean, he's handsome enough.
Hey, you can't
But
have
he's
Kyle
no Kyle
MacLachlan.
MacLachlan.
Well, I think
about John
I
Vickery?
think
Especially
the
that one
picture
above it with the glasses. That looks
Yeah.
like Kyle MacLachlan
in color
from
with a red
Portlandia.
curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely more Kyle MacLachlan than the rest of them.
Yeah, Kyle MacLachlan. Always liked that guy. And
John
so,
Vickery, guess how old he is?
54.
69.
Am I right, dog?
Oh, and he's got the same birthday as Jennie.
Oh, November 4th.
So that's what 2 weeks in a row now.
That's weird.
We've had a person with her birthday.
That's kind of weird, right?
It's building up to the birthday. Each week
Every
we have
episode will have a new
Now, but the
actor
thing
with
is,
the
now
same
we have
birthday.
no excuse not to remember her birthday, so we got to get her something.
I've pretty well got that memorized
That's
now.
a Wednesday this year, right? Because in November 3rd, election day.
Yeah,
Yes.
my son's birthday is the 5th.
So that's why you didn't show up to her party that year.
Probably. Because I didn't vote in the 2012 election because we were taking the kids home from the hospital.
Oof.
So it was
It's your fault.
No,
Well, it's 12.
Obama won.
I know, man.
That's what he's saying. It's your fault.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're part of that 47% in the binders full of women.
And then what the other storyline that we have going is
Odo's finger.
Odo's sick. He's got the disease. Yeah, well, the finger in the cup was pretty weird.
Glurp. Left a little piece of me for you.
Yeah, that was.
Where do you
and
think he took it from?
his wherever? I don't know. He's not really.
It would have been great
finger.
if he was like noticeably shorter when he did it. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, the weird part is he asked for it back.
Yeah, because it's
Well,
part
it'll
of him.
reintegrate.
Can I have that back? Yeah, but I mean, I give blood to the doctor's office. I don't ask for it back when it's over.
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
can-
but it doesn't like it
I
can't
have
just
that
like
back when you're done,
absorb
please?
back into you.
Hey, I know you took those teeth out, but can I have those back when you're done? Because then I got to put them back.
You should be able to get your teeth back.
But they did, but I'm just using it as an example.
They didn't let me keep mine when I had
It's because they knew you were a psycho. You were going to do something crazy with them.
They
haven't-
hadn't put the chips back in it yet.
Yeah. QAnon, bro. Did you see Savannah Guthrie called him the America's crazy uncle?
To his face?
Yes. In the town hall, because I guess like she was busting on him about like retweeting that thing about Biden, like having those Navy SEALs killed or whatever. And he was like, hey, you retweeted that. He was like, yeah, but I didn't tweet it. I just retweeted it like that. I just have to get the information out there. I didn't. And she was like, but you're the president. You're not America's crazy uncle. He's like, well, the information's got to get out there somehow. And she's like, no, it's not, because it's phony.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I thought was
The misinformation the information has to get out there somehow.
Yeah, I didn't watch NBC tonight.
yeah, me neither.
All 16 of my screens were set to ABC
Yeah,
television
because
network.
you know the first tweet's going to be, my ratings totally blew him out of the water.
There's a movement on TikTok It was like every screen you have needs to be pointing at ABC tonight.
But does it matter if you don't have a Nielsen box?
If you have like YouTube TV or any of like the streaming services that use live, that feeds into the Nielsen stuff.
But that data usually comes in later, though.
Does it?
I think so. Because a lot of times whenever I see like the overnight rating, like if they put the overnight ratings of something, they say pending streaming numbers, you know?
Yeah.
I honestly, that stuff should be instantaneous. They should.
I can't spend 30 minutes listening to that orange mango Mussolini. So if I got to listen to either of them, I'll listen to Biden. I'm sorry. Sleepy Joe is a little bit easier.
Yeah, at least he'll put you to sleep.
No, he makes me think that there's an actual future for the country, but I think there should be an age limit. I don't think we should be able to elect anyone to the presidency that's over 65.
I liked somebody today on Twitter called Joe Biden America's rebound. Like, it's not the person you want, but it's better than the person you got, and it'll so, like, hey, safe choice.
And when President Harris takes office in third year of the Biden administration, and
I like how people seem to be, we really need to rationalize why we are going to vote for Joe Biden. It's like,
I don't.
Just look at the other guy.
Not Trump.
You don't need to come up with a reason. Just say, no, I don't want that guy.
I support the guy who doesn't have unmarked police in rental vans picking up citizens off the streets like it's the goddamn 1930s.
Or saying that soldiers just a few of them had headaches when they got hit by Scud missiles in January. Remember that? That was the beginning of the year.
Dude, if you remember, this whole thing started off by him calling Mexicans rapists. That was his opening press conference. When he came down that stairway at Trump Tower and was like, they're sending rapists and murderers, not the best people. That was him announcing he was running for president. This whole thing is fucked.
He was just doing that to get attention, to bring attention to his message. That he really cares about the American people, the white American people.
The white American people.
You can go anywhere you want to go as long as you're a conservative Republican.
God, that was crazy, right?
I've been a Cubs fan my entire life since I was probably 10 or 12 years old, right? Listening to it on AM radio on the farm. I love my Cubbies, and I cried tears of joy the night that they won the World Series. But I am now moving into the realm of people who believe that the night that the Cubs beat the Indians in Game 7 of the World Series,
split the timeline,
that it broke the universe, because both of those teams have heavy enough curses on them that for those curses to be lifted, and the Cubs curse, I will say, was the greater of the two. It broke the universe. And somebody dug up the guy who wrote Field of Dreams.
The Indians' curse wasn't really a curse on their franchise. It's a curse on the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But somebody found
LeBron James broke that.
Yeah.
The guy who wrote Field of
Dreams. That's your boy.
Yeah, he's all right.
Lakers, son.
Yeah.
They won the title.
He had a great team effort.
He's great.
He is. He's very good.
LeBron James is wonderful.
He is.
So,
he's like my favorite athlete. Or one of them.
LeBron James.
Just because he's a good dude. Mainly because he's a good dude. I don't give a fuck about the sport that he's the best athlete in his sport, and he gives millions upon millions of dollars to like build schools for poor kids and shit. He's been famous since he was 17 years old. He's never gotten in trouble, never done anything dumb. Like, he's awesome. He's the best. I love that guy. And he calls President Trump a dumb fuck at every turn. Like, he's great.
Just wish he would drive to the hole more.
My only thing with LeBron James is I just wish he would shave his head.
He really should.
Everybody knows.
He should, yeah. Or go bald like Clyde Drexler.
Nobody wants that. That's why he's got the headband.
That would be awesome.
Nobody wants that bald.
Nobody gave Clyde Drexler any guff when he was going bald.
Just shave
when
it
he had the horseshoe looking like Captain Picard on the basketball court.
Engage to the rim, number one.
With his sweet porn stash.
I love this episode.
Yeah.
The thing that really set me off, though, there's a serious lack of medical ethics in the 24th century. Not only did Julian concoct some cockamamie reason to bring Dax into his office. Oh, we need to go over your medical results.
Your last exam.
Yes, your last exam gave me a massive boner, and I just wanted to share that with you.
Even your boy, O'Brien's like, that's not ethical. And he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever, I don't care.
I mean, whatever.
It's a gray area.
Ethics, schmethics.
It's gray.
And then to top it off, Starfleet gave Odo, they created the virus and gave it to Odo so he would infect the rest of his people.
I love that they're tracking it back, and it's just like, why won't they give me the medical records? And then it's just like,
it was so clear then. It's like, oh yeah, they created the virus.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like as soon as they said that's classified, it's like, oh yeah, they fucked this up. And at that point, you can't even say it's just Section 31. They're a bunch of rogues or whatever. It's like with Admiral Ross, you know, like the senior leadership is in on it.
Yeah,
they're okay with what Section 31 does. Even Starfleet Medical is willing to gray the lines on ethics.
Well, I think 3 years ago we were so freaked out by the changelings and the Dominion that they could infiltrate us at any time. You remember those episodes? It was like post 9/11 where you have, armed guards on every street corner kind of thing. And Space George Bush activated the Space National Guard, and it just
that would have been a great thing if there was a season 8 of DS9. And I know when we see the documentary, they'll talk about what their plan was, but I think it would have been great if season 8 was Cisco and the gang like revolting against Starfleet Command because they still want to institute some of the changes and like policies that they had during the Dominion War. Like restrictions against people from the Gamma Quadrant.
So you're
stuff
talking
like that.
about like you want season 8 of Deep Space Nine to just be them against the Patriot Act.
Yeah,
or
basically. Like you need to repeal some of these measures that were in place during the war, but Starfleet Command's like, no, these actually were good ideas.
You want season 8 of Deep Space Nine to be season 3 or 4 of Babylon 5.
I've never seen Babylon 5, so
that's why I'm like,
nobody watched it.
If you didn't watch it or something, because that's exactly, I mean, that's what happens is they declare independence from the Earth Alliance and become an independent station or whatever.
Well, I'm actually more like Star Trek Insurrection, where they're like, hey, fuck faces, can't do this anymore. This is bullshit. This isn't Starfleet. You're not Starfleet anymore doing all this shady stuff. And then they kind of push back against it.
Because I'm looking back at Starfleet over all these years. And I mean, I've seen a couple of videos where some others have. Yeah.
But that's the thing, though, because like back in Kirk's time, in Discovery time, like everybody has this ideal of what Starfleet is. During the TNG, DS9 era, Voyager era, they all had this ideal of what Starfleet is. But it's pretty clear in almost every single series that Starfleet does some shitty stuff.
Yeah. Well, we always get the ideal captain with the ideal crew. The best of the best end up on the Enterprise.
Yeah.
Right. And then, so that's kind of jaded us. We don't see the 1,500 other Starfleet captains.
Yeah.
We see Kirk and Pike.
Except when they're like planning against the conspiracy, meeting on a secret planet. And one of them gets blown up right afterwards.
Yeah.
I would like to know what happens on the Yamamoto.
The Yamamoto.
How does that work? What do they do over there on the
They got blown up, didn't they?
Yeah, I know.
They got a computer virus and the ship blowed up.
Yeah.
And
I'd like to see what happens on the
B team
Meat Gazer.
Well, again, blowed up.
So what you're saying is you're either on the Jamie Jam ship or you get blowed up.
Yeah, I mean, every other ship is cannon fodder, and even Enterprise.
Every other ship is cannon fodder.
Even the Defiant got blown up.
Yeah.
If the Defiant can't escape destruction.
But again,
fictional Defiant.
Yeah. Well, let me refresh. All right, everything's still in place.
You've been banned from looking at this page.
Yeah, now they're redirecting our IP addresses to this fake page.
I will tell you that I think Admiral Ross is dirty.
He is,
Really?
yeah.
He's real shady.
Arma episode pretty much established it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I want to know how far it goes, man. I want to know how far it goes.
All the way to the top.
What was the thing where you take away their creature comforts and they become more dangerous than, the worst Klingon? Because that's the Federation, especially the humans.
Well, I also think it's too people. We have this glorified idea of the Federation because they're not a military force. It's their exploration, and that's all bullshit. They're clearly a military operation.
I'm sorry, colonization. Have you ever heard of countries that start their names with People's Democratic Republic?
Yeah.
I mean, they're neither democratic nor republic.
Yeah,
I mean,
there sure are a lot of Federation colonies out there.
Yeah.
On planets where people already lived.
No. The Federation only colonizes uninhabited planets. Early on, just because the science wasn't there to, there were a few mishaps.
Sure.
That the Federation went back and had to clean up after. But
there's a reason they didn't find any people there. Extermination.
When they have a
genocide, space smallpox, and
when they have a planet like that, right?
That's a real first contact.
Yeah, right. Here, take these blankets. They're real warm. They're fleece. They're great. When they have these planets and they settle, how many people are normally in these colonies? Like,
not enough apparently, because they always get wiped out by.
Yeah, they always get killed.
Yeah.
Do they give them weapons? Like, here's some fucking farming equipment. Have fun. Good luck. See you later.
Well, they have some weapons for defense or whatever against animals, but
we'll check on
wartime.
They need more robots.
Yeah,
have robots set up these colonies and stabilize them first before you send people there.
Well, think about Space Kevin, the Umots or the genocide guy.
Space Hitler.
They had
one of our most popular episodes. Kevin Hitler.
Yeah.
Kevin is the dumbest name for an alien. But
Kevin and Rashawn, man.
Good tea, nice house, cool genocide. I mean,
but we don't have a word for your crimes. No, we do. I'm very familiar with it.
Yes.
No, but they have.
I was just trying not to get wiped out too. At that point, he's like, "Please don't eliminate all humans."
It's weird though because they don't have a word for it when Picard is talking about it with Kevin, but Julian just throws the word genocide around for the founders, and there's like what 12 founders.
No, there's a whole planetary ocean of the founders.
There's like 12 of them though, right?
No. I mean, we only see
We've
some.
seen 3.
Yeah, but we saw the one on Earth that turned into a hawk.
That's true, Dan.
The one that died on the Defiant.
Yeah, the one that died in the ship that the titty border tried to recover.
No, that's right. She had some big titties.
Yeah. There's the one that
they're everywhere, man. You don't know.
Showed up from outer space.
Dennis,
you got no idea who they are.
Are you one?
Secret.
Oh shit.
Secret Muslim changeling.
Secret Muslim changeling. I don't know what's more dangerous, the changeling or the Muslim part.
Whoa! You can't be both. That's not fair.
Ain't you got to pray or something?
We link 5 times a day. It's fucking awesome, dude. I love linking.
Afraid in my whole life.
I was going to ask you about that.
We link for a whole month.
But yeah, this episode is pretty great.
But again, it's kind of just moving the ball down the field.
Yeah.
I think this is just as good as last week's.
Yeah.
Where this is like there's a bunch of story points that are coming together that are really, I think it's even more interesting than last week's with the story points that are coming together.
Yes.
But again, it's just story points coming together and just doing a really good job of setting up something.
And the best part, Gul Dukat's blind and he gets kicked out.
Yeah.
Don't read the forbidden text.
She is fucking cold-blooded.
Yeah.
Like, you can't touch me, Gul Dukat. You gross. Get out.
I'm over here, Gul Dukat. Now I'm over here.
Learn humility.
Yeah. She's the real evil one of this series, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick or anything. Gul Dukat definitely sucks.
Yeah.
But, wow. Kai Wynn is the worst.
Or the best at being evil.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it. But she's just the worst.
Sinister evil.
Yes, that's a great word to use her. Sinister. I mean, everything about her is, well, you just got to give up being Kai because you've been corrupted. Oh, no, I'm fine.
No, child.
Like, I'm good.
What? No.
And then she's lying about what happened to her dude. Oh, yeah, he must have wandered off because you fucking killed him. You know?
I'm so worried about him. I hope you can find him.
You probably won't, though, because we ate him. We served him up to the paw wraiths. This is my only fear, okay? I might just watch ahead so I can see what happens. My fear is we're going to get to the end and it's not going to be that good. And you're just going to be like,
Wait, I thought you'd seen this. I thought you'd seen the end.
I haven't seen the finale. I haven't seen it.
Don't. I just stay the course.
No, I'm saying like I want to watch them in order to the end, but I just want to sit down one night and watch all 6 of them, much to the chagrin of my wife because she hates the show, just to see how it ends, because we're building in such a positive manner and it's going so well. And like you said, Ben, all these stories are interesting and they're coming together well. You've got like Julian and your boy going against Section 31 and Starfleet to find a cure for this disease, and then you've got the impending space doom of the Klingons who are now just going to attack.
1,500 ships are going to be outmanned 20-1, but we're going to take on the whole Dominion
for glory. Like, it's just so there's so many things that are just building very well. I'm just afraid we're going to get
Mars going to start attacking Cardassian outposts.
Like, and Nerys was so ballin' with that scene. She was like, look, man, once they find out you're not going to attack Cardassians, then they're going to put Cardassians everywhere and you guys are fucked. And
they're just collaborators.
Yeah.
But then Damar immediately shifted. He saw he's like, yeah. And just was like, yep. Yeah. So how do we attack?
But that's how the Will Forte was picking a fight. It's like, wasn't Odo a collaborator? Wasn't he?
I think they're just mad because Odo's tapping that ass.
But I mean, according to Kira's definition, he was.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. I mean, I love Nerys, so she's cool, and I'm glad we got like fiery, angry Nerys back, and I'm glad they didn't turn her into a Cardassian to make this happen. Like they just threw a Starfleet uniform on her, because at first when they were like, oh, they might not accept you as a Bajoran, I'm like, fuck, they're gonna change her into a Cardassian. This is gonna be stupid.
Or a human,
and they didn't, and I was so excited.
Yeah, I think if they already did that trick of turning her into a Cardassian, so I guess they already had the makeup. They could have just slapped it back on her face.
Slapped it back on her.
I mean, I thought they were going to make her a human or something.
When she had her back turned, I was like, oh, man. But then I was like, ooh, nice.
Yeah. Why did she get the custom tailored outfit, though? Why can't she get hers replicated?
She's got $600 gaiters on, you understand?
They got 600 Starfleet uniforms, say she's back again.
I got the biggest house on the biggest side of planet Bajor.
The fictional planet Bajor. And it's still the fictional planet Bajor.
I can't believe they took down Michael Dorn, who's a real dude.
Oh, wait, they put it back.
No, they didn't. It was an automatic. They take down anything I put up on it.
But the character, you took out the characters, and that's gone.
Well, that was a good edit.
That was a really good edit.
Because it doesn't need to be there. It's stupid.
It doesn't, yeah. And they didn't put back the fictional Star Trek spacecraft.
In fictional space.
Like, no shit. On this Star Trek television show, it's fictional, you think?
I don't want us to come across that we're encouraging anyone to go make these kinds of edits.
We're not.
Because we're just
sensible ones.
We're just silly boys.
Like, yeah.
Things.
I mean, it was, to
we
be
have
fair,
an audience and they're not
always. To be
always...
fair, the quotation marks was dickish.
It was, but it was fun.
It was fun.
I'm totally going to admit that I was wrong, but it was funny. Because, yeah, I enjoyed it. That's all.
Right.
The fictional.
Isn't so the story for this episode was by Rene Echeverria?
Yes.
Isn't he the guy from, didn't he do Enterprise episodes or something?
He does everything. He's been all over this show. Else?
Why don't I know that name?
Because he's literally written like thousands of episodes.
You see his name at the beginning of so many DS9 episodes that
so many TNG episodes. Like, this guy is the dude.
Yeah.
He did that Terra Nova show that was pretty terrible that I watched for like 7 episodes. That was on Fox that Brendan Vega did.
But you know why it was bad? And like, Fox is really bad about this. they like decide before it's even released if it's going to survive or not. And if they don't like it, then they just start airing the episodes out of order. They did that with that Almost Human show, which had
really?
Carl Urban and Michael Ealy in it, which I really liked. I thought it was a great show. But then they started airing the episodes out of order, so it didn't make sense anymore. And that's like this show's too expensive. We need an excuse not to air it, so we'll tank it on purpose so the ratings go down and we have a reason to cancel it.
Yeah, I tried watching the. Why didn't you like the Terra Nova show, Ben?
I did.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it continued in Australia or something, didn't it?
Oh, did it?
Didn't they continue releasing seasons or something?
I don't know. Here it says it's only one.
I found it just before it got canceled, so I was just like, oh, well, then fuck it.
I watched the first.
But I went back
couple
and
of them.
watched it.
It was good.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I just looked up Renee.
Everything.
He what was it? He wrote 18 episodes of TNG, 23 episodes of DS9. He was the on TNG. He was the story editor for 26 episodes in season 6, and then season 7 he was the executive story editor.
Wow.
So, just he did a few things.
But he's a television guy.
That must be where I see his name.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
Maybe I'm thinking of Manny Cotto because he was Enterprise guy.
Manny Cotto was on Enterprise.
Yeah, and he was, if they had brought Manny Cotto in sooner, because he was only there for the last season or two,
which was pretty good.
He could have fixed it. If they had brought him in at the beginning, it would have, I think, got its full 7-year run.
Minus the finale. That last season of Enterprise is pretty good.
Until that final.
Yeah. Because I think, like, going back and trying to watch Enterprise, the season series arc was too much.
Yeah.
It was too much because, like, it was something that you couldn't pop in and out of. Like,
I got so tired of the whole temporal code war.
Yeah,
bullshit.
Me too. Yeah. Because if you missed an episode, you were fucked. You're like, I have no idea what's happening here.
Yeah. And Manny Cotto tried to move away from that. He's the one who tried to get back to the old episodic Star Trek.
Which is cool.
That stuff made sense when it was being broadcast, like to do it that way so that if you do miss an episode, you don't have to watch like a 2-minute recap of what happened previously on,
My grandmother would let me watch soap operas with her during the summer, like when I was out of school.
Sexy.
So I could watch Ryan's Hope and One Life to Live and General Hospital and Edge of Night, right?
Edge of Night.
But usually Edge of Night, though, I was out on because it overlapped with cartoons, like the early cartoons that would come on. So I was ready to switch
K-Night, K-N-I-G-H-T, Edge of Night, and it was like a medieval soap opera?
That'd have been hot.
No.
That would have been awesome.
So
pull my sword out of you.
The thing with that, just the reason I bring it up is that the writing on those, I would go to school for 9 months, and then summer would come up, and I'd be able to, by the first week of summer, be able to get back into the plot lines of who everybody was. And, there'd be a few additional characters that had popped up over the year, but for the most part, the way those shows are written and they come on every day, you can catch up a week or two into the summer and you were caught up with, who everybody was and what, everything was going on. And with, that was the attraction though, with like the old episodic Star Trek was that, for the most part, nothing changed. And, so you could pop in, like Dennis was saying, you can pop in at any point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fit it. You got the grand scheme of things early on, and then you could just pop back in anytime you needed to.
That's why I think a show like Voyager would be better now in the current television distribution era than it was back in the 90s, because they could do crazy shit like, have to cannibalize the ship and, have weird crew members come on from other planets that they run across stuff that they couldn't really do in the old series because they had to kind of reset it at least at the beginning of every season, if not at every episode.
Well, see, when DS9 was doing it, it was such a new thing that, they were always getting in trouble for.
But like you said, the studio didn't really know what was going on. So they could.
Well, and plus they were at this point, they were trying to get Voyager fixed.
Yeah.
And, because we're in 3rd season of Voyager while these DS9 episodes are on. And so it was one of those things where that thing was turning into a flail X, and DS9 was kind of the abandon. It's like, yeah, it's your last season, whatever. Just
finish it.
Just you make sure all the budget money's used so we can get some more for Voyager.
How great would it have been? Like the last season of Voyager is half of the episodes are 150 years in the future or whatever, and they're the descendants of the Voyager crew still trying to make it home, but they find a way where they can get the original crew home, but that would be like kind of
we get used to a whole new cast of characters,
but they have to make a decision if they're going to do it,
and that's the season
and
finale.
erase their own reality, erase their own timeline to save the original crew.
I can already tell you the season finale is okay. So if we do this MacGuffin,
then we'll find a way to preserve both timelines.
If it works, then our ancestors will get back to Earth X years faster, and we will have never existed. But if it doesn't work, it'll be like nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
And then you end the season, and then it's the next season you start it. So that's a hell of a cliffhanger, because then it's like, wait, are we bringing back Janeway?
They push the big red button.
Dun, 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 dun. I like that last episode.
All the leaks coming out now. There's no way you could conceal
No.
like who was going to be in the next season or whatever.
But can you imagine Year of Hell actually being a year?
Like a whole season.
That would have been amazing.
Well, that's what they wanted to do, but they didn't do it. Like they couldn't pull it off.
Yeah, Ronald D. Moore was very smart to get the fuck out of there as quick as he could. It's like this.
Let me do my Battlestar show.
Well, that's even part of I guess Bryan Singer's beef. Like if you go back and read that book, the second half of the Star Trek 50, Bryan Singer's like, man, they just didn't let us really explore the ideas of them being lost in space.
Yeah.
Because Singer very much had the attitude like, yeah, the ship should be beat to shit. And like they should have like a new fucking fender and shit strapped on.
There's no star bases for them to go to.
Yeah.
Like, but somehow they always find like, oh, we found a port and we were able to get these repairs done.
There's coffee in that nebula.
Yeah.
There's dilithium in that nebula.
Yeah.
There's,
It's
whatever
ridiculous.
we need.
There's
in that
extra
nebula.
shuttlecraft and photon torpedoes in that nebula.
Yeah. Like how cool would it have been like if they were
I guess if you can replicate everything, then, if you can find
can't.
energy, then you can do it.
But it would have been cool though, like if they had like a limited number of photon torpedoes.
They
like,
did. If you watch the first episode, they did.
But then what happened to that? They just kept getting new ones?
The writers ignored it.
Neelix
Somebody
would just
did.
cook them up.
They
With his cheese.
In one of the first season episodes, they said something about we only have X number of photon torpedoes.
See, that'd have been cool, like to keep it like
And
like your nines with Deep Space Nine, Ben. You got to let them go in when it's special.
And then here's the thing, though, is they watched. Somebody did a video where they actually count every photon torpedo launch.
Let's do that.
And I forget the number, but it was something ridiculous. Between
Maybe
that
they just
and
glue them back
shuttlecraft.
together after they explode.
Oh yeah. The Army does that all the time.
Yeah, see, I don't know, not to get in, but whatever. Let's not bash Voyager before we get there. But yeah, this episode was good. I like the way everything's moving. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to give it a 7.5. Dennis?
Ben, you give yours first.
7.5.
Did you guys know that's what we gave last week's episode?
No,
Yes.
I forgot.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't remember
I
any
know.
of this stuff.
I'm just saying, like, it's coincidental because it kind of hits the same
Same
notes
notes.
at the same level. It's like moving the story along in the same kind of way. So
That's what I got here in my notes.
It's very enjoyable.
I don't have a fancy database with all the computer brains like some people,
my
like the
database,
nerds.
my database stores everything.
What'd you rate it, Dennis? 7.5?
Yeah.
And I think Julian's a bitch. Like, so
We didn't talk about that.
let her finish.
Yeah.
Like, let her tell you what. No, it's okay. You don't have to say anymore.
I know.
I know.
Well, that was classic '90s TV writing, though.
Yeah, but still, it's schlocky
Where,
and lazy.
You've bored me now, woman. Leave me.
You have been tainted by Worf. I don't want you
I know I
anymore.
can't compete with that.
With the two dicks.
I'm a doctor. I've seen him nude.
Now you have sleeve of wizard. Leave me.
I'm traumatized by his hernia checks.
Like, why not just... You love her. Let her finish what she has to say before you just cut her off like a douche.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure, you could stitch that thing back up. Come on,
man,
Julian.
2 stitches, you good, baby. I was so mad about that scene. That was the one time I wanted Esri to talk. The whole season. I'm like, no, Esri, do something.
Yeah.
You know, she loves you, man.
But of course, the anomalies in Odo's labs or whatever started fucking everything up.
Oh no, you have weird blood.
But don't worry, they'll come back to it because O'Brien told him, oh no, Worf told me they're just friends now.
But you say he's just a friend. But you say Worf's just a friend. Oh, Esri, you got what I need. But you say
worm.
But you say Worf's just a friend. And you say Worf's just a friend. Oh, Esri, you got what I need.
Little worm.
So, Julian's insecure in his manhood. So that's why he's all like, oh, ooh.
I thought you were genetically superior.
Nah, son. He knows he can't compete. Because Worf be fucking laying that pipe, son. He's seen those videos on Space U porn when these ladies be getting destroyed by Klingon dongs.
I think if anybody on that station is watching Klingon porn, it's Julian.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
How is there not a whole, well, there probably is, a whole website dedicated to just Star Trek porn?
I'm sure there is. I'm not looking
I'm
for
sure
it,
there
though.
is. Yeah, I'm not going to look for it either.
Later, though. I'll do it later. Safe search.
Ben, shoot me a link.
Incognito window engage.
What was it? Somebody shared the little picture of the incognito guy, and it's like, oh, the things you've seen.
So,
Fake
right,
shuttlecraft.
Well, good job, everybody. Good job indeed. Thank you so much for listening. To the person who edits the Wikipedia page, I'm sorry. We were having fun. I apologize. Maybe I'll send you a note. Hey, sorry. My bust.
But it'll be automatically deleted by a robot.
Well, no, you can go to the talk page and you know, start a conversation there.
We were just being silly. So, hey, everybody. Thank you for listening. And we'll review an episode of Silk Stockings. Can we watch Silk Stockings on Hulu?
No.
What?
Not there. The trailer's there, but not the show anymore.
Maybe on YouTube.
Maybe.
Because I was watching it somewhere.
With no
It used to be on. I type Silk, and the first thing that comes up is Silk the Shocker.
We can watch a bunch of shows.
What are you trying to say, Google?
Here we go. We have full episodes. The Party's Over, Silk Stockings Season 5. Yeah, so we can watch
Season 1, Episode 18, Lady Luck.
Ooh, that sounds sexy.
I looked it up on Amazon Prime, and it's like, oh yeah, here's Silk Stockings, and I'm like, great. And it's like starring Fred Astaire and Sid Charisse, and I'm like,
we can watch that too.
That's not the right one.
But do you want to watch? Okay, I'll start reading some titles from Season 1. You can tell me if you want to watch it. Pilot. Going to Babylon. SOB. In the Name of Love. Dirty Laundry. That sounds hot. Men Seeking Women. Hard Copy. Curtain Call. The Brotherhood.
Of Evil Mutants?
Yes. Blow Dry. And it's spelled BLO-DRI. I wonder if that's like about a rapper. Intensive Care. This one might be good. We might have to watch this one. Squeeze Play.
Ooh.
Squeeze Play. Then episode Shock Jock. Witness. Ooh, Witness might be good. There's going to be some cuckolding going on in that one, I bet. Right? I mean,
it's a witness, yeah.
It's a witness. He's witnessing his wife get fucking banged.
Well, Squeeze Play is on YouTube.
Squeeze. I know they're all on YouTube.
Oh, really?
We need to find either Timeshare or Giant Steps.
Okay, let me find Timeshare.
That's the ones with
Barry Jenner.
How about Was It Good for You Two? Dead Weight, Kid Stuff, Night Games, Meat Market. Oh man, that one sounds awesome. Giant Steps.
Giant Steps.
Found it. Giant Steps.
Timeshare season 4 episode 11 is also on YouTube.
All these sound like Spinal Tap songs. Fucking Timeshare, fucking Giant Steps. We're a sex farm. What is the other episode about sex farm? Sex farm woman, I'm gonna hoe you down.
Now these overlap with his no, these are just after his time on Family Matters. Like Family Matters, his last appearance on Family Matters was in 92.
Here it is. I'm watching Giant Steps right now.
Oh my God.
Season 4 episode 10 is called School of Hard Rocks.
Really, she's pretty sexy. Here, can we
Season
watch
3
this
episode
See,
5.
this always happens when
Sex,
Jenny's
Lies, and
not on
Yellow
the
Tape.
episode.
Yeah, we get a little crazy.
Well, no, we always go off on one of
Yeah.
these.
Look,
these
she's real fuckable, right?
Yeah.
Look at that one. She's like, yeah, I need some
They're
dick.
that very 90s.
Oh, whoa,
looking.
whoa, whoa! Go back to her.
He-
Her wasn't she on Star Trek?
Probably. Google it.
Which episode is this?
Giant Steps.
This is Giant Steps.
All right, let me go back and go to Giant Steps and get the cast. She was
When
on
did they
something
start
in the
having
90s.
sex? What are we watching here?
Why are you wasting my time, Silk Stockings?
Let's get to the sex.
My dick is in my hand. Rock hard. Let's go.
This thing ain't gonna last much longer.
So that's Tracy Scoggins.
Tracy
Oh.
Smothers?
Who's Tracy
Scoggins.
Scoggins? I know that
you know,
name.
duh. She was on Babylon 5.
Is everybody on Babylon 5? Who's that
Yeah.
nerd?
She was on Nip Tuck.
Ooh, Nip Tuck's a good show.
No, she was on something better.
Dante's Code.
She was on Dynasty.
Have sex already. Oh, they're gonna bang. But he's a nerd. Whoa, she took her shirt off.
I love how you said that. But he's a nerd.
Dallas War of
Oh,
the
he is not
Ewings.
into it.
She was on Highlander, the series.
You're gonna get.
Oh, Lonesome Dove.
Oh,
Did you ever
okay,
watch
he's
that?
sober. He's trying to stay sober. Okay. All right. He's having a hard time keeping a ding dong hard because he's sober.
She was Cat Grant on Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman.
When do they get to the sex?
That's probably where we know her from.
Black
No, I'm thinking Dynasty.
Man, there's no sex happening here. What is
20,
going on?
several
She
episodes.
wants it. Give it to her.
She's also on the Colbys. Oh, she was on A-Team, 2 episodes,
Of course.
and played 2 different characters in the same year.
Whoa.
And episode of Hardcastle and McCormick, one of the best shows on television.
The guy
today.
in this episode looks like Robert Nepper.
I don't know who that is.
He's you know him by his face.
Hey, look at that guy. That guy's awesome. Oh, man, I hope he has sex. With that mustache. Look at that thing.
Oh yeah.
Wow. That's a dick. Alvin. That guy's name's Alvin? Oh,
There's
she just
Simon and
called her-
Theodore.
She just called her the B word.
Was this
You
on
can-
ABC?
No, it
No.
was on USA.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He killed her. Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. What's that?
It's a heroin needle. He was using. I think he killed that girl though.
Huh?
Oh
He's
yeah,
like,
he's
"What,
definitely.
He's so high right now.
I'm so high.
I'm rolling, dude.
Oh, she's gonna go off the. She's gonna either shove her or.
Oh, now. I like how she's just pointing a syringe at him.
And
Oh, I thought
but
she-
nobody else cares.
Well, they can't see it. They're too far away. Oh no!
Oh!
Ah!
Dick
I
Van
knew
Dyke Show.
somebody was coming down those stairs.
Nope, girl on the cake. And nobody tries to help him.
So we
Silk
just-
stockings.
Should we
Ooh, I
just
saw a
continue?
Uzi.
Can we just continue with the party or what? Jet ski, that's sexy.
Polo.
Just move the cake over him. It's fine.
Were they
Whoa.
trying to get like a Miami Vice theme going in this?
Whoa, sex.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What is happening here?
Police.
Whoa.
Silk stockings.
Are we going to review this episode?
Giant
Whoa,
steps.
that's a butt.
She farted out silk stockings. In case you're into that.
Smell my farts.
Can you find what's his name?
It's like a sexy Law and Order
Mitzi.
theme. We
Mitzi
really need
Capture.
to watch. We really
There's no
need
way
to
that's
watch
her real
this
name.
episode. We need to watch this because like that, like there was a pew, new, 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 which sounded like the Law and Order, the bass line, boom, 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 boom. But that was like a sexy one.
What was the name of that episode?
I'll put the chat. I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, it was Giant Steps.
Giant Steps.
Here, I'll put it in the Facebook chat. All right, you're right. When Jenny's gone, we just this show totally.
Oh, she's good. The thing is we do it like we did it with the other show.
I think she'll be into silk stockings though.
When she comes back, she's like,
horny.
"What are you fucking talking about?"
Because she's all like,
Steps.
Giant Steps. Okay, so let's get out of here because we've been talking for a really long time. We'll review. Do you guys want to review Giant? We'll watch and review Giant Steps on Sunday and talk about it, and for Patreon.
That works for me.
All right, let's do it on Sunday. So Patreon only. We're going to review Giant Steps, Silk Stockings, and we'll go from there. Yes? All right, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for listening to Dork Trek, the longest-running nonsensical Star Trek podcast on the internet. We will talk to you soon.
Fictional.
Wait, are we fictional?
It's so meta now.